Hello, happy Tuesday, you guys. I hope you are enjoying your week so far. But you guys, let me know if you are tuning in live. If you are live, drop a 1, and if you are watching the replay, drop a 2 in the comments. I know a lot of people are probably at work, so you'll probably just watch the replay, which is totally cool. I would love to still connect with you later. But I wanted to hop on and just kind of give you guys my CBD update. Hey, Miss Luna, even though I know that is not your actual name. Hey, Luna. But I just wanted to kind of just chit chat with you guys, give you my update. As you guys remember, I told you like all of my videos and lives from the last 3 months were deleted. So I just figured it was time for me to just kind of update you guys. Anyways, and you know, normally I'm so anxious and scared to go live. But right now I have like this energy, and normally CBD doesn't make me like feel like I want to jump off walls, but I feel really amazing. I'm like, if you know me, I'm super goofy and kind of just like this, but normally I feel like kind of crap, and I don't today, and I just took some CBD. So you just get to experience all of Raquel today. So hopefully you're totally cool with that. But as you guys mostly know, that I started taking CBD oil for migraines. I've had migraines for the last 8 years. The first 5 years, doctors totally just kind of just disregarded me, just wrote me off, told me to take ibuprofen or just whatever over the counter, and it never worked. I was popping over the counter meds like Skittles to the point where they actually have no effect on me anymore. They do nothing for me. Moved to Arizona, got a new doctor. She prescribed something for me. It worked, and it did give me horrible side effects, but I did not care because I had relief. Got pregnant, did not have these migraines, did not have pain anymore. So, which normally for me when I get migraines, I get super dehydrated. I can't keep food and water down, so I get all those symptoms. I'm super dizzy, I'm lightheaded. I know I'm pretty much useless. Like I get really intense migraines to the point it feels like there are cats clawing inside of my brain, like on a chalkboard. It's like really intense. So, you know, after I had my son, I did not have migraines for 4 months postpartum, and it was actually me who went to doctors and said, hey, you know what? I think these migraines and this pain is actually hormone related. No other doctors seem to have put 2 and 2 together. But you know what? Me being a Google doctor, I pretty much figured that out on my own. But normally I get migraines about 2 to 3 times a month. They last about 2 to 3 days. Never fails, all the time. So I started getting these migraines again after I had my son, and I got prescribed a medication. They wanted me to go on birth control as well, but you know me, I don't think birth control is for me. And they told me that the birth control would actually give me headaches, but it's okay because they were going to give me a prescription for my migraines, and that made no sense to me, so I never actually went through with that. But for that medication, I started taking it. I went to the pharmacy to pick it up, and I was like, you know what, I am breastfeeding, so what should I be doing about this? Is it safe for me to breastfeed while I'm taking this medication? And she told me that I could not breastfeed for 12 hours. And I'm like, okay, that's totally fine. You know, my son, he can drink water now, he can eat, you know, table food, so we should be totally fine. Migraine came back in May, and it's like he just totally did not want to, you know, eat salads anymore. My son doesn't take bottles. So it was just me with the migraine as a stay-at-home mom. I'm home all day. And he would just cry and cry because he wants me to nurse him for comfort, to get him down for his naps, and I just couldn't. And I was taking it every 12 hours, so that's a long time for a solely breastfed baby not to be able to have that comfort nurse or to be able to put him down for naps. Was so hard for me. So after that, I was like, you know, I was just like in tears, like I was on the toilet throwing up so much because of this migraine, and I'm just in tears because he's just hollering and crying and hey, silence, and I cannot breastfeed this baby on these medications. It's so hard. And after that in May, I said, I will not go through this ever again. I need to find something else as soon as possible. So I came across the girl who she kept talking about CBD oil and how it was helping her. So I started asking her questions, and I started doing a lot of research. I had no idea this even existed. And I'm looking up the different things that CBD was helping people with, things that is just absolutely mind-blowing, that makes a migraine seem very, very, very small. So I was like, you know what, if people are using CBD for X, Y, and Z, I'm sure maybe it can possibly help with my migraines, because I've tried absolutely everything over the last 8 years and nothing has helped. So really, what do I have to lose? They had a 30-day money-back empty bottle guarantee. So I was like, okay, what do I have to lose? I'll at least try it. So luckily that bottle came in about 2 days before that migraine came. Like I said, I get migraines about 2 to 3 times a month. And you know, the first day I took about 5 drops, and the pain wasn't as intense. And I was like, okay, whatever, like, this is, whatever, we'll see how it does tomorrow. Day 2 came. Day 2 for me is always the worst. And I was kind of disappointed that the migraine did not go away. But I later found out that if I would have probably taken more drops, like if you have more pain, you take more drops. I didn't know that at the time, I know that now. But if I would have taken more drops, that would have gone away. But what caught my eye is that the pain was not as intense, even with the 5 drops I took. And day 3, y'all, did not happen. Like I said, it never fails. I have migraines for 3 days. Day 3 never happened. I had it for 2 days, and pain was not as intense. And I wanted to cry, because for me, that is a big, big deal. Like, I literally get scared for the last 8 years, every single month. Every single week, I'm so terrified that I'm like, man, I'm going to have another 3-day migraine. I can't do anything. Now I'm like, I can't run around my toddler. I can't play. Like, I can't hang out with him. And I would just get so scared each and every month, afraid of this migraine and pain that would, happen. And when I can't keep food and water down like that, I drop weight, and I start to lose weight, because I get super weak and super sick. So, like I said, that's why I was really looking for something that could help me. So, needless to say, I have not taken that prescription since May, and for me, that's a big deal. I have not had a migraine like that in 2 months since taking this. I take CBD oil twice a day. I take about 8 to 10 drops in the morning, and I'll take 8 to 10 drops at night. And what I noticed, which I think is so absolutely amazing, is, we all know I started taking it for migraines, but, I started having other issues in my life that, I wasn't experiencing pain in. So, yeah, I started taking it for migraines, but, I noticed that I was getting a lot more sleep. I felt well rested. And my son, he's like allergic to naps. So therefore, he likes to go to bed at like 12 o'clock in the morning. He doesn't really like to nap during the day. And sometimes he likes to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and then nurses throughout the night. So therefore, I'm really not getting enough sleep. But the fact that I wake up very well rested after taking CBD at night is absolutely incredible for, a busy mom. Like, that's a big deal for me. I get so many messages, people asking me about, does this help with anxiety? And I kept telling people, hey, Kim, I don't personally take it for anxiety, but I have a lot of people who do, and it helps them. Now, as I'm saying that, I'm like, you know what? When is the last time that I had an anxiety attack? When's the last time I actually had anxiety? Y'all, remember when I used to hop on these lives? I'm like, oh my gosh, I am trying not to have an anxiety attack, and now you see how I am now. I'm just open and I feel amazing. And I didn't start taking it for this, but I have not had anxiety or been anxious in weeks. And that is absolutely amazing to me. And, people always ask me, I joke around and say, man, I didn't take my CBD and I feel different. Like, I feel like crap again. And it's not that you become so dependent on CBD. You just notice that you don't feel good anymore. And I feel like as a society, we're so used to feeling sick all the time that being sick and having these ailments, maybe not having a fever or, being in the hospital, but we're so used to being sick all the time when we actually feel good and we feel normal. It's weird to us. So for me, when I'm not taking CBD, I feel like crap, but when I'm taking it, I feel good. And feeling good is supposed to be a normal thing for us. Hey, Holly. So I am just absolutely just in love with this oil. And, I had to do a lot of research, to kind of just educate myself on it because, back in high school, back in college, hey, Meg, you might have gone through that phase where you kind of played and tested with marijuana. And, I've always been a big believer in the medicinal properties of, cannabis and marijuana, but I did not like feeling high and feeling anxious and feeling like a psychopath. That's how I felt, back in those days. And when I found out that there's a such thing as cannabis, and then you have marijuana, and then you have hemp, and marijuana is going to be high in THC, that is that high feeling, and low in CBD, which is the more medicinal properties. And then you have hemp, which is high in CBD and low in THC. When I found out that I can get all the medicinal properties without feeling high, I was just so excited. I started to learn that we have an endocannabinoid system. We have CB1 and CB2 receptors. And because we're not feeding our body these cannabinoids on a daily basis, that part of our body and that part of our system does not function the way that it's meant to function. So being able to put CBD into my body like it is a nutrient, like it's a vitamin, has really done such amazing things that I didn't really expect it to do. It's done amazing things for me, and it's done amazing things for a lot of people that have actually tried it. So I love that you can literally do yourself a favor, go onto Google, type in CBD oil, and whatever it is, literally whatever ailment that you have, go and type it into Google, and I guarantee you will find something online about what it can do for you. And when you do that, please message me, because when you're looking for oil, I will say this, when you're looking for CBD, make sure that you look at the ingredients. I get people who message me their bottles. It has a lot of crap in it. It has a lot of fillers in it. The oil that you get really should have about 2 to 3 ingredients. That is it. It should have the hemp extract, and it should have hemp seed oil as the carrier. That is it. It does not need to have 50 million things in it. It doesn't need to have water in it. It doesn't need to have olive oil in it. It doesn't need to have vegetable oil in it. Seriously, it does not need to have 50 million ingredients in it, because when it has these fillers, it's diluting the CBD, so you are not getting the full benefits of CBD oil. And no, hemp seed oil and CBD oil are not the same thing. Another thing that you want to check for is price. I see people who get, you'll have all these ingredients in a product, and then they're paying about $120 to $250 for a bottle. I think that's absolutely insane. It's so expensive, especially when it's not a very pure, potent, and high quality product. So make sure you check pricing. Check to see if where you're getting it is third party tested. And then wherever you're getting it from, ask them, hey, if I get this oil, the CBD oil from, wherever you're getting it from, can I return this empty bottle to you after 30 days if it does not work for me the way that I was hoping that it would? That's just is something to check. Wherever you're going to purchase, ask those questions. Make sure you do your due diligence and check to make sure you're getting something that is good for your body. So with that being said, let me know if you guys have any questions. You guys message me all the time about the different things that it can help with. So we are having a team event tonight, just to give you a little bit more information about CBD in general, just some CBD products. And if you are interested in what it is I do, how, as a stay-at-home mom, I'm able to bring in some extra money, we'll be talking about that as well. And then we will also be doing a CBD giveaway. So it is invite only. So please message me. Please do not be afraid to message me. Comment on this video, message me. Do what you have to do to get an invite. If you're interested in the business opportunity, please let me know. Honestly, I've looked at a lot of companies previously, and this is one of the best ones I've seen. It's one of the best comp plans I've ever seen. And when I was looking for a new company, I was really looking for something that if I were to bring in someone who's never done this before, if I was looking to bring someone who's possibly failed at this before, that they would find success here. And I definitely found that if you've never done this before, if you have failed at other companies, look into it. We have a free tour that you can totally take. It's free for you. There's no obligation. And while you're checking it out, a team is going to start being built underneath you while you decide if it's for you. You get to check out our team page, check out the comp plan, get a back tour of the back office, and seeing if this is a good fit for you before you join. A lot of companies, you can't do that. You just jump in, you invest your money, and then you decide, like, you know what, this team isn't for me. I don't like this company. Like, I don't like my, sponsor, whatever the case may be. That has definitely happened to me. But I love here that you can kind of check things out before you actually commit. And while you're doing that, literally a team is starting to be built underneath you until you decide if this is a good fit for you. So let me know if you're interested in either that or in the event tonight. And I am personally doing a giveaway, so if you decide to order a bottle of CBD oil or you decide to join, you will be entered into a giveaway for a free bottle of CBD oil or a CBD topical product of your choice. So I will let you guys decide, and I'll probably do that during the first week of September. So anyways, I hope that you guys have an amazing Tuesday. I look forward to chatting with you, and I will talk to you later. Bye, you guys.